So here's an interesting thing that can happen with symptoms, mental alarms, physical alarms. What happens is you have a set of alarms, right? And depending on, because at the end of the day, it wants to get your attention. So if you adjust and shift, the alarms will adjust and shift with you to get your attention. So let's say you got the regular alarms, whatever, and you start to overcome them slowly, but your baseline hasn't moved much, right? So you're emptying your bucket, you're starting to turn off alarms with physical symptoms, but the baseline is still, it's still got some more to go. It's at 1,000 or it's 0, and it's moved maybe this much, so it still has to throw alarms. So let's say you got, OCD, looping thoughts, anxiety, right? These are your main alarms that you've been dealing with. You're fucking sick and tired of it, but you're doing the work, whatever. And then you notice that, next week, Tuesday, you all of a sudden notice that your shoulder started to get pain. You're getting a little bit of arthritis here. And then you're like, oh no, does this mean I'm having arthritis? Oh no. And then you focus on this alarm. You start to obsess about it. You start to ruminate about it. Your baseline goes up. And then all of a sudden, you try to notice this, especially with new symptoms. Some of your older symptoms that you were dealing with move down. Instead of going like usual, you're putting attention to this new symptom over here. And this one calms down. And this one's the new symptom that you're putting all your attention to. This is the new star of the movie for today. When this goes away, this comes back up. And then when you start to work on this, a new one comes up over here. And then you start to work on that one, another one comes over there. And then you work on this one, another one. So they move around. Symptoms move around. And they move around because they're new. Every time they move around to a new location, it's new fear. You pay attention to it, which is the point. It's new attention. Baseline is still working its way down slowly. It needs to get your attention. Okay, new symptom. I'm working on it. This one's going down. Another So you'll notice that symptoms will move around. And when you get a new symptom, pay attention to your old symptoms. 9 times out of 10, those ones will diminish. They'll be at a rolling boil instead of a full-on bonfire. Right? So you got this new symptom. Right? And then okay, then this one goes up again. So it's a game of whack-a-mole. They move around. Every time it moves around, it's an opportunity for the brain to get new attention. New attention to alarms. Because that's the point. That's its job. And that's what it's supposed to do, is get your attention to perceived danger. And what we do in all these cases, we allow these alarms to jump around. We allow the intensity to be there no matter what. Just notice the patterns, because this gives you evidence and gives you insight and experience to how your alarm system works. And it's interesting. Be the curious observer. See how this all works. I remember what I used to do, and this doesn't always work, but I tried it anyway. When I had a symptom that I was dealing with for that week, and I just had enough, I was like, I can't do another day of it. I just can't. This is fucking, like, I need a break. I would try to purposely latch onto another symptom that was also scary, so that this other symptom would give me a little relief. Sometimes that worked. Sometimes that did work. Today we had a coaching session, and we were talking about this, and some people mentioned that. That's so true. When I was sick with a flu and a cold last week, my gut issues were next to nothing. And then when that cold passed, my gut issues started to come back up again. Another person mentioned that when they had a new symptom with their shoulder pain, It was a new symptom, and they felt like, oh, the what-if thoughts, catastrophizing started to rise. That the physical pain was getting their attention so well that their anxiety and their normal alarms, mental alarms, the OCD looping thoughts, calmed down a bit. Because that's what it'll do. If you're focused on something and it's getting your attention fully, it's going to relax all the other alarms. It's going to be like, yeah, no. We got him here. He's good. All right. It's strong. This is a good, strong. We're really getting him to focus on these alarms. This is great. We're doing our job. This is awesome. When it starts to go weaker because you're overcoming it and you're understanding what's going on, they got to get inventive. Oh, that shoulder pain? He doesn't care anymore. Let's drive up the OCD looping thoughts. And then I mentioned that, okay, well, sometimes I would try to play a trick and go, hey, I don't like this new symptom. It's scaring me, so I'm going to concentrate on an old symptom. That was hell, but it's, the better of two evils. So I'd rather be controlled freaking out. I'd rather be like, than, which one am I going to pick? The first one. So I'd pick a symptom that still scared me and try to focus on that one. And the other one sometimes will lift. But your brain knows you too well. And it's true. Somebody made that comment today. And that's why I say sometimes it works. I remember he said, yeah, right. Your brain knows what you're doing. And it's going to go, yeah, I know what you're doing. You're trying to make a diversion here. No, I'm not falling for that. So then it'll hit you even harder. And if you're trying to make a diversion from what? Danger? So the brain, if it catches on that you're diverting from danger, it's going to go, whoa. I think he's diverting from danger. Ha! Alarm stay on. Full force to that alarm. Because, you think you're clever. You think you can run away from your own what? Your own you? Your brain has to be clever. It has to be sneaky. It has to find ways to get your attention. Let's say something last week freaked you out, a little bit of conversation. You're like, oh man, that's scary, man. I don't know if I ever dealt with, oh man, that's... Your surveillance system is always listening. And it's going to put stuff in storage. It's going to remember shit. It's going to arm itself. Because it always needs to have ways to get your attention. So it's going to be like, oh yeah, that scared him, eh? Okay. Well, we're not going to bring that in right away, because then he'll put two and two together and go, oh, because I was talking about this yesterday, that's why usually that's how it works. Right? You talk about something scary on Tuesday, Wednesday, it's going to hit you in the face. But the brain is smart. Sometimes it doesn't always hit you on the Wednesday. It keeps it on file, keeps it in stock. It'll wait 2 weeks and then hit you with it. And then you're going to go, I remember I was talking about this 2 weeks ago. No, that's a coincidence. You dismiss it. You dismiss that the limbic system, your brain, your security system, your alarm system, went back to the storage unit, went back to the files, grabbed something out and went, ba-doom. Because if you're dismissing that your brain's able to do this, and that thing that you were afraid of 2 weeks ago is making a comeback, and the brain's throwing it in your face, if you're dismissing that, then the brain is able to covertly go underneath like a snake and get you. And that alarm is able to make you ruminate. And you're going to fall into that trap. You're going to go into that rabbit hole. And the brain did it again. Check mark. We got his attention to perceived danger. We did it, guys. Awesome. He's paying attention. Yes, we did our job. He's listening. And the brain knows you. You're you. You can't trick yourself, because you're yourself. You know yourself. You're you. Yeah, and you're saying it out loud, or you're saying it in your mind, it'd be like you're saying it to yourself. What do you think yourself is going to say when you say what you're saying to yourself? Yeah, I'm just gonna take this bottle, and I'm gonna hide it over here under this book. Huh. And then you're gonna be like, and the bottle is under this book. It's right here. What do you think you were doing? Well, I didn't think you were listening. Okay, I'm gonna put this jacket. And it's dripping wet. Shh. What did he say? Was he talking to me? I'm me. Where's the bottle of water? It's in your fucking jacket, you fucking idiot. It's right here, man. You fucking, I saw you. I helped you. We both did it together. I was there. I was there. So you can't trick your brain because it's you. It has to know you in order to get your attention to perceive danger. It's going to use everything it needs to use to do its job. It will. And it does. Over and over and over and over and over again. So when you regulate and you empty that bucket, and you bring that baseline down from 1,000, it takes time, man. It takes time. How long did it take you to get up to 1,000? It takes time. Don't forget, you've been through some horrible shit in your life. Good shit, bad shit, horrible shit, horrible relationship that you were in, the relationship you were in, right? Yeah, I said right. For 7 years, 4 years, me 4 years, toxic relationship with a narcissist. That filled up my bucket real quick. Don't forget, I was also an alcoholic through my life. I smoked a lot of cigarettes, drank a lot of beer, partied a lot, had surgeries, was on antibiotics, took a lot of medications throughout my life, hated my job, hated my boss. She was a real bitch. She played favorites. She played mind tricks, Jedi mind tricks. She was manipulative, right? And that affects you. That fucks you up. And that brings your baseline up. Alarms start to ring. Something happened when I was a kid. Somebody, you know, in your life, maybe you had a traumatic event, maybe abuse, maybe somebody passed away, something, anything that affects you mentally that you do not like, physically that you do not like, or both at the same time, will fill up your bucket. And it will put you in a survival state with your baseline goes to 1,000. Don't forget, we're also carrying all these loads from all these past experiences. We hold on to these loads. It's baggage, right? Not just baggage, not just a bag full of shit. No. You're pulling a fucking plane, a 747, all these years. You're not regulating it. You're not letting it go. So what do you think is going to happen if you're, picture this, you're a small little car, little Honda Civic. Let's say a Toyota Camry, because they're well known to be the most reliable vehicle in the world. Toyota Camry. 4-cylinder, reliable, and it's pulling a 747. And it's got 7 people in it. Tires start to pop all the time, so you think it's the tires. So you keep changing the tires. They keep popping. Transmission starts to fuck up. The suspension starts to give out. And it's really struggling. The engine overheats. It's really struggling to go from A to B to C. It doesn't even go to C. It goes to A to B, and it breaks down all the time. What's going on? Now, if you were to let go of that 747 and all those loads and all those people in the car and just kept 4 people in there, 4 people, it will work so efficiently, with ease. It'll be able to drive up a mountain with ease, right? Through the winter with winter tires with ease. It'll be able to bring you to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, grocery shopping, trips, travel anywhere, go to Arizona to see the canyons with ease. And the tires will be mint. They'll last you 4 seasons. No problem. They won't pop. Your engine will be cool as a whistle. Cool as an ice cube. Why? Because you let go of those loads. You regulated your bucket. You brought down your baseline back to 0. 0. It's on standby. Your alarm system's on standby. Looking for danger constantly. Finds danger. Real danger. Real danger. Let's latch on. Baseline goes to 1,000. Danger's gone. That beer is dead. Back to 0. We're all clear. Alarms are off. Peace. Quiet. All symptoms are gone. They're not moving around like crazy, right? What happens is when your baseline is starting to move down and you start turning off alarms, but the brain needs to get your attention, it transforms alarms to different areas of your body. It literally, right? Arthritis, everything goes down because we got him here. You know what? I'm not going to make an appointment. I don't want the label from the doctor. I don't give a shit anymore. Other symptoms make a guest appearance. Anxiety goes up. Excuse me, you're making a comeback. And guess what? This pain is gone now. Oh, wow. I've actually never felt this good in years. But your focus is on this alarm that's over here, your mental alarm. And it's working really well. You're full of focus here, and that pain's gone. But now you start regulating this. And then this pops up, and that pops up, and that. So it's constantly moving around like a whack-a-mole game. Yeah, I'm here, motherfucker. Yeah, you're fucking dead, you fuck. Oh, right? You're chasing the symptoms. So eventually, when that baseline starts to really make some movement, these alarms start to go softer. Meh. Moo. Little bit of pain. Blah, blah, blah. Meh. Lasted a day. Oh, sniffle, sniffle. We're okay, right? They get softer and softer, and eventually, baseline's at 0. Everything's weak ass. You get an alarm's like, yeah, we're good. You know what? I love these alarms actually. Give me more. And the brain's like, actually, you know what? We don't need to give you more. We're good. We're regulated. So you got no more movement around of loads because the loads are empty. No more loads. You've released them. You've regulated your alarm system. You've reset your alarm system fully. Baseline's at 0. Bucket's totally empty. You've released that 747. Now you're healing because it's got nothing left to do. It doesn't have to worry about alarms, right? It's caught up on all the work that it was working that wasn't handling before because it was overwhelmed. So it started to catch up with all overdue work that's been sitting there on the shelf. It needs to be done. It needed to be organized. It needed to be put somewhere. Everything's regulated, done. Now what do we work on? Brain's like, I don't know. We're chilling, man. We got nothing to do. Oh, here comes a flu. We ain't got nothing to do. Here comes the flu. And it comes in and out. There goes the flu. So pay attention. Try to keep it in mind that when you're dealing with your regular old symptoms and you get a new one that's scary, I know it's hard to think about other stuff, but look back at some of your old symptoms. How are they handling? Are they just as aggressive or are they a little bit less? You'll probably notice that 9 times out of 10, they're a little bit less. And that also gives you evidence. That also tells you how your alarm system works. It's like clockwork. It's like threshold. It keeps changing back and forth. Right? There's always a balance that has to be met to get your attention. And then eventually, that ball gets smaller, smaller, smaller. Calm. Peace. And the alarm system only works when it's supposed to work. When there's actual real danger. And you're in situations that call for your alarm system to ring out loud. To keep you alive. But we're in a situation where our alarm system, because we programmed it for so long, has been screaming danger, even though we're now safe. So that alarm's overlapping. And it's our job, even though we're safe and it's quiet, it's screaming, danger, danger. Because of all the years, we showed it that we're in danger, and now we're saying, you know, when the boy cries wolf, the brain's going to go, no, no, no. You told us there was a wolf here many times. So when you say that there is no wolf, we can't take your word for it. We're going to put the alarms on and ask questions later. Doesn't that make sense? At the end of the day, it's all about keeping you alive. So it's willing to make you uncomfortable because it's not going to take any risks when it comes to your life. It would rather you be alive and breathing than dead with no anxiety.